Hello everyone, it's Outrider here and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be having a look at my first Kingdom Wave 2 figure. It is Voyager class Dinobot. But before we get into the figure, let's have a quick look at his packaging. So we get some lovely artwork of Dinobot there with his split tail gun thingy, whatever. And then we see him in his Velociraptor mode there. No leaks in the background from what I can see apart from the Nemesis ship right here. You can see he transforms in 28 steps. And you've got some pictures on the back of him in his robot mode and his dinosaur mode as well. Now you do get a set of instructions which are here, which are pretty, I'll say easy to follow. He's got a quite fiddly transformation, but yeah, pretty standard for what we have seen so far. And I also got a collector's card and I got Dinobot. Now I've already got Dinobot from Wave 1. I believe the cards are the same, I believe, but I do need a second one so I can peel off the sticker and see what's underneath it, which I think in this one it is Maximal Dinobot. So here is Dinobot in his dinosaur mode, and yeah, it's a little bit of a it's a good effort, but it's not quite there for me. I know a lot of people have been saying, oh well, why weren't these painted brown or a darker colour? I'm not bothered about that, to be honest. The thing that annoys me the most about this are, first and foremost, his hands being just at that angle, and they seem too big, more like flippers than hands. That they quite annoy me. The eyes are okay. He's missing his two front teeth and his bottom front teeth. I've just noticed he's got his tongue painted, so that is a bonus. I do really like the paintwork on the back and the sculpt. I think that's beautiful. His tail, basically these are Dinobot's accessories. It's great that they're stored relatively well in dinosaur mode, but this reminds me of my dog's penis when he's getting excited. His little lipstick coming out, and I can't stop thinking about that when I see this bloody thing. It's just an odd little choice, an odd choice. And if this was silver, I mean, I'll show you inside now. His sword is purple. It's a bit of an odd choice, really. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There is a lot of kibble. You can see his feet hanging out the back. It's a half decent job. You can see there's a pair of eyes back here, which we'll get into in robot mode, which is quite clever and quite really well done. Articulation wise, you do get some movement in the legs. You can move them out as well, like so, if you want to have a flying raptor on the go for whatever reason. And yeah, it's just okay in this mode, and this isn't the mode I'm going to be displaying him in. I'm going to be displaying him in robot mode. So without any further ado, let's have a look at him in robot mode. And here is Dinobot in his stunning robot mode, and this is where all the money is for me. It is beautiful. It is mini masterpiece again. It reminds me of that Masterpiece Dinobot figure. I don't own it, but I've seen many reviews of it because I've been so tempted to get it. But there's no real need because this does such a good job of him in robot mode. You can see those eyes that I mentioned on the back of the thighs almost make a faux head. You've got the real dinosaur head here, and then a bit like in the show, his head flattens out a little bit, and I think that works really well. I like the hands, I like the legs. I think it's worth sacrificing all of that, all of those kibbly bits in dinosaur mode to get this robot mode. On the back, you've got a bit of a tail chilling there, and you've got a few little gaps here and there, but all in all, it's pretty good. It is really, really good. So articulation wise, his head can do a full 360 and an up and down. You get full 360 rotation on the shoulder. Arm can go out that far and even higher with this other joint. 90-degree rotation at the wrist, at the elbow, full wrist rotation, and his hands can open and close. You get some rotation 360 at the waist. Legs can go out that far, forward and back about that far. 90-degree bend at the knee, and a pretty decent rocker. Yeah, so everything you would need, apart from maybe a thigh rotation. There's not a thigh rotation on this figure, which would have been nice. But yeah, pretty stocked when it comes to articulation. Now this is Dinobot's lipstick, a Dinobot's weapon, and it is show accurate. So you've got two choices with this. The first choice is you open it up, and you see this 5mm peg. You peg it into his hand, and there is Dinobot all armoured up, weaponed up. You have a second option though, where you can take this out, and you can take this peg here and place it into it. Well, it is a 5mm port, but it's hexagonal. But you can have that look going on. I think I prefer this look. It would have been nice to have a bit of silver inside here, but you know what? This is a £25 toy, a £25 figure, and when you compare it to what other toys you can get at this price point, and I've got a 4-year-old son, and quite frequently his toys are around £15 to £20. A Paw Patrol vehicle, for example, is over the £15 mark. And when you look at the engineering and the paint and all this kind of stuff, and this is a toy, right? I know as collectors are really into this stuff, and they are aimed slightly towards to collectors. But 80% of Hasbro's market is aimed to children. 80% of the Transformers brand are aimed at children. And there need to be figures that, you know what, kids will want to play with. And as an 10-year-old me, a 10-year-old kid, can love this. It's a dinosaur, and it turns into a really cool robot, got a sword. It just so happens that it's catering for us fans as well. And I think this absolutely ticks all the boxes. Kingdom, so far, has been unbelievable. I'd even go as far as saying that Voyager and Leader price point, and let's throw Commander in there, the War for Cybertron series has been some of the best at that scale. We've had some good deluxes as well, and we've had some pretty ropey ones, but Kingdom is really... I was worried it was going to do a Power of the Primes, I really was, and it was going to disappoint. Kingdom doesn't. Kingdom is awesome, and if half the figures are half as good as Dinobot here, then especially in robot mode, then you know what, we're in for a treat. So high recommend from me. Go out and get one. And I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway. Until next time, I've been Zort Rider, and I'll catch you again really soon.